Hey y'all, in this video today we'll be looking at how you can add extensions to TCI, also known as TIBCO Cloud Integration, how you build those out, and then how you install them. So the first thing I'm going to do is you log into your TCI account, so integration.cloud.tibco.com, you log in. If you don't have an account, you sign up for a free trial and get started. So this is a little bit more advanced, something if you want to enhance the TCI experience, improve and extend on what you actually can build in TCI. I'm assuming that you have at least some knowledge of this already. So the first thing you want to do is go under extensions. And so if you click under there, this will show you exactly what extensions you may have already installed or upload. If you don't have any, because you haven't done any, that's fine. It'll just show us blank. And you actually just need to press this upload button and upload that zip file that has the extensions for it. So where do you actually get the zip file? Well, TCI basically is very heavily integrated with Flogo, which is our open source project for IoT or edge computing type of applications or services. And so what you'd want to do is if you can go to this GitHub repository, TIBCO software Flogo contrib, and this is actually where there's a lot of activities, triggers that you can actually add on to TCI as an extension. So if we look at this, scroll down here, there's a list of activities that possibly maybe you want to use within TCI itself, and some triggers that you may want to use as well. And if you notice here, I already have one for receiving MQTT messages, starting my flows Lambda, invoking Lambda functions, and these are things that are available here. So if I go to like trigger, I can see that there's Lambda, MQTT. I end up just having to zip this folder, and essentially then that's what I upload into TCI for my extension. So in order to actually do that, if you want to use one of these pre-built ones, is I already have the zip, but I just cloned the repository, and then I can just go to, let's say, trigger. Here I already did MQTT, I already have Lambda, so let me just try something else. So let's say if I want to use a Kafka sub, if I just look at it, you just need to make sure that you have these type of Go and JSON files within whatever type of trigger or activity that you're actually building out as an extension. So if you just want to use one of these pre-built ones, it just makes it lots and easy, where you just take whatever the folder is, you can just compress it. You have the zip file now, and now when you actually upload this, that one, upload, browse, and I have this here. Go to trigger in this Kafka sub, and then it's just going to upload and compile that zip file, and it's going to check to make sure that everything works okay, validate it. Once it's validated, then it's actually going to push that up and compile it into your extensions. So if I hit done, and then if I refresh my page, I should see that newly created trigger that I just uploaded there now. So if you notice, receive Kafka Messages is now available there. And if you notice, if you want to filter this, there's filters here. So if I just want to see triggers, I can just click that, see what triggers. If I just want to see activities, I can do that. If I don't really care, then I can just have any of them. Just click on the default, and it'll show everything there. So actually using these, it's just like a normal TCI type of app if you want to build something out. So if I do apps, and I do, let's say, create, I'm going to say sample Flogo Lambda create. So I'm going to want to use the Lambda extension. So create a TIBCO Flogo app and create a flow. And I'm just going to do Flogo app. Next, and I'm going to select a trigger. In this case, I'm using the Lambda trigger that I created. And if you notice here, you'll see that here I have one here called start flow as a function in Lambda. This is something that I imported, but let's say if I want to use the Kafka one I imported, the MQT one, it's just a matter of just selecting them. Let's actually just use the Kafka one. Name doesn't really matter because that's the one we just imported. Click on the project, you'll see that there's actual parameters and such that the trigger had that you need to fill in for this. But essentially, you just build out all these different extensions within Flogo, the open source version, and then you can just import it as an extension into TCI. So it makes that connectivity very helpful. Once you've used it one time, you could always just use it in another place, and you don't have to worry about rewriting anything. And it expands the platform itself, making it a lot more powerful and giving it more capabilities. And so just a quick example, or basically if you wanted to build your own activity, so in that case we used a pre-existing trigger, but there's actually within the documentation site, so tibcosoftware.github.io/Flogo, And if you go do like say extensions, build your first activity, it'll give you some instructions down here if you notice here on actually having to build out an activity and actually what type of files you need. So this is an example. If you want to just use that, you can build it. If you just want to copy it, you can. And if not, it's relatively easily. And this is a good way to actually see it as an example of, okay, what do I actually have to do if I want to build out an extension? But pretty much anything that you can design within Flogo, anything you can design within Co, you can actually just build out whatever you need to, and then you can actually just import that and add it to TCI. And here's an example done for IFTTT. And basically, if you want to actually look at the code behind this, that you can go to this GitHub page. So github.com/gits and then TCI Flogo IFTTT extension. And you can see within here, you'll be able to actually view the different activity JSON Go files and the connector activities as well. And the blog in itself walks through it. So I suggest that if you actually want to get your hands on and actually build something out, that blog will be very helpful in actually walking through that. If not, if you're just interested on just seeing on actually how you can add extensions, then just use this Flogo contrib folder that we have on our GitHub repository, and then you can add whatever extensions are there, either for actions, triggers, activities, and such. So it makes it very easy. It's actually very easy to do and extends the power of your TIBCO Cloud Integration platform.